Gracias. Thank you very much. Thank you. say that my behavior's unacceptable, so condescending, unnecessarily critical. I have a tendency of getting very physical, so watch your step, cause if I do, you'll need a miracle. You train me dry, make me wonder why I'm even here. The double vision I was seeing is finally clear. You want to stay, but you know very well I want you gone, and I fit to fucking tread the ground that I'm walking on. When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in her dreams, yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What you were doing was screwing things up inside my head. You should know better, you never listen to what I said. Touching your pillow and writhing in the naked sweat, hoping somebody someday will do you like I did. When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Does it kill? Does it burn? Is it painful to learn that it's me who has all the control? Does it thrill? Does it sting when you feel what I bring and you wish that you had me to hold? When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream, yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Ready for some Potters baseball? Potters baseball brought to you by Stones Broadcast Networks. And now for the play-by-play, here is Mark the Phantom Lowe.
Well, good evening and welcome everybody to McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe along with Evan the Engineer and Luke Stoutwalker, who's back in the house, and we're bringing you a little bit of baseball tonight. It is your Lincoln Potters against the Fresno Athletics in a non-league matchup. The A's coming in for just this single game against the Potters. The Potters will be on the road after this one. They'll get right on the road, as a matter of fact, and head up to Humboldt, where they'll take on the Crabs Saturday and Sunday. Potters are 21-2 on the year. They are 6-2 in league play, and it's been a crazy night already. As I was walking up to the broadcast booth, somebody yelled at me from the other side of the fence, and I went over and they said, "Hey, Phantom." I said, "What?" Because that's the way I am. I'm very clever. Wordplay, and they gave me lasagna. So that was pretty cool. Then I come in here, and then one of the parking lot Potters, T-Mac, Tom McDonald, along with his dog Taffy, hands out like a jar of jalapenos. But I'm worried, Evan, because I said, "Are they hot?" Because I can't do the hot. He said, "No, they're not hot." He said, "I'm a hot guy, and they're not hot." Well, if he's a hot guy, why would he make jalapenos that aren't hot? I think he's tricking me. I'm watching out for that. He's got some for Stones, too. So, Stones, if you're watching, he's got some jalapenos for you, too. And then the coup de grace, as we say, as we were preparing to broadcast as a responsible human being, adult human beings, Dr. Evil came up from the waffle place, the waffle stick place, which I snap, treats, or drizzle, whatever it's called, and brought us 3 waffles on a stick. And one of them is marshmallow, chocolate, and I don't know what else. The other one is caramel, cream cheese, and apple. And one of them is strawberry drizzle with, I don't know. But they are evil, and they are incredibly good looking. They smell fantastic. I haven't tasted one yet. I'm trying to hold off on that. But I just have to call out Dr. Evil because she does that to us, doesn't she, Evan? She waits until we kind of settle in, and then she brings up treats. She knows we can't resist them. There's no way to resist these things, even when you look at them. And as Evan says, I still want to know how they get a waffle on a stick. So we're going to have to get Dr. Evil up here at some point and find out what the status is. Anyway, why don't we look at some baseball? And why don't we look at the offensive lineup for the Fresno Athletics, the visitors. That's Robbie Papel leading us off, and then Ned Cheklich is second. Kinsel, Mejia, White, Rico, Wood, Garay, and Mitchell. Kinsel, the leading home run hitter, the number 3 hitter, has 5 on the season. And a pitcher is a new guy. His name is Dylan Wood. He is from Franklin High School and University of Georgia, and his first pitch is at 92, and it's a strike. So Robbie Papel is the hitter. He is the center fielder against Dylan Wood. Breaking ball is inside, bounces off the glove of the catcher, and he will go 1 ball and 1 strike. Robbie out of Regis University, and Evan, I warn you right now, I looked over the schools that the A's go to, and there's a lot of good ones, and there's a lot of interesting ones with mascots we have never even sniffed. So it's going to be a big mascot night. Wood delivers the off-speed pitch outside, 2-1. Papel at 278 on the season, and 13 runs batted in. A's have some A's-looking uniforms with the yellow and green, although they have on the back. I really like their pattern. It's kind of like a little tie-dye back there. It is tie-dye night out here. Okay, the Regis Rangers. Now okay. That's outside. He'll take the base on both. The Regis Rangers sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon program. Here come the Regis Rangers. But hey, who am I to say? Does it say where Regis is on that, Evan? Oh, Denver. Okay, I knew that. We've had a couple other people from Denver. Here's number 17. It's Nick Cheklich. Big first baseman, hitting .281. Also 3 home runs. He's a big dude. I'm going to say about 6'4" for Nick. What do you think, Evan? Yeah, okay. And Evan's with me, and he's really good about that stuff. That's a swing and a miss on a nice fastball at 93 from Dylan Wood out of Franklin High School down in Elk Grove. Perennial baseball power here in the metro area. We will put up our defensive alignment for the Potters after this pitch. There goes the runner. Oh, it's a bluff, and the next pitch is high for a ball. So let's take a look at the defensive alignment. We've got Ryan Jackson in left, Mace Matson center, Chaz McNeilis in right. Shane Miller's taking over third, Brennan at short, Carson Moore at second, and Brady Dobson back at first, and Mason Belding behind the plate out of Del Oro High School, and Dylan Wood is on the mound. Belding hasn't, I recall, hasn't been behind the plate much recently. We've been getting Cooper Smith, and we've been getting Ethan Johnson, but Mason's back there now, and Kyle Pedersen as well. So we had a lot of catchers on the squad, which is typical Potters. That looked good. That's in there for a strike. 2-2. Grant Kinzel, the designated hitter in the on-deck circle, another big guy over there for the Fresno A's. As Papel gets a decent lead at first. He goes. The pitch is outside. The throw down is going to be too late. Papel with a great jump on that one. That's Mason Belding with the throw, but Mason really no chance on that one. As Papel was kind of measuring Wood, it looked like, for the first couple of pitches, and took advantage of that one. He is at second base now. Full count on Cheklich. And in the dirt, ball 4. So starting the day off with a couple of base on balls. First and second, nobody out. Grant Kinzel, the hitter. Grant, the DH. He is out of Valley City State University. That's let's just name as many things. Valley City, State, Hills, Mountains, Backyards. We'll just name a bunch of places, and then we'll put university on the end. I like it. That's in there for a strike. Cheklich, I didn't mention. Oh, Mid-America Christian University. Oh, the Vikings. Okay, great. Valley City State University Vikings. I think Vikings fits in well with that. The Valley City State Vikings. Well done. I would ask you where it is. It's in the Valley City, so we know that. In North Dakota, another fastball for a strike. That's at 95 for Dylan Wood. Mid-America Christian University in Oklahoma City, the Evangels. So they're evangelical, and it's the Evangels, or is it the Evangels? How would you say? I'm going to say Evangels because I like getting angels in there. Hit out to right field. McNeilis on the run. He dives. He can't make the play. Here comes Papel around third. He'll score. Staying at first is Kinzel. He fell down. Throw comes through, but a good try by McNeilis in right field. But Kinzel delivers the RBI as Papel scores. Going all the way over to third is Cheklich. And it wasn't hit very hard, but it was perfectly placed for Grant Kinzel. His 28th run batted into the summer. And he has put the visitors on the board here in the first. Still nobody out, and Angel Mejia will be the hitter. Out of Cal State Bakersfield, we know they're the Roadrunners, so we don't worry about that. Evan was doing heavy duty there. I should have written those down now. Okay, the Vikings, I got that. The Rangers we know, and the Evangels or Evangels. I'm going to say Evangels. I like that better. I can do that. Fastball low and outside to Mejia, who is hitting at .339 with 6 runs batted in out of Cal State Bakersfield. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound after Nick Kujawski is going to go out there and talk to Dylan Wood, settle him down. A couple of walks and a blue pit have produced a run for the Athletics here in the top of the first, and they have runners at first and third with nobody out. Mark the Phantom Low along with Evan the engineer. Luke Stoutwalker he's kind of our insider. He goes down and gets the information and stuff that we need. And Max is over there. I don't know if Max is doing anything today because he polished off one of those burritos from Sabores to Mexico, and those things will keep you down for a while. Those things look amazing. And, of course, Luke, who's now back to JPL. That's too bad. I liked having him just calling him Luke. But now we got 2 Lukes. We got 1 visit for the Potters. Thank you very much, Mr. Umpire. And stepping in with a 1-ball, no strike count is Angel Mejia. Brady White, the on-deck hitter. Woods pitches low and outside. 2-0 on Angel. Boy, I hope we get to see number 2 Sergio Ruiz today. Graceland University. It's got to be the Elvi or something like that if it's Graceland. Oh, 2 Gracelands. In the dirt, nice block by Belding. 3-0 on Mejia. Metropolitan State University, another Denver, so I've seen that. How about Oklahoma Panhandle State? Number 29. That's a great one. I love that one. Very good. 3-0 pitch. That is down low for ball 4. Third walk of the inning. That will load the bases with nobody out and bring up Brady White. Brady at 306. He doesn't have a home run, does have 9 runs batted in, does Brady White. He's out of Chico State, the Wildcats. I think they just threw Brady White in there to make the mascots easier. Okay, well, we know Chico State and Cal State Bakersfield. We're good with those. Wood from the stretch. Left-handed hitter takes the strike at 92. Dawson Raddick loosening up for the Potters. And there is strike 2. 0-2 on Brady White with Caleb Rico, the second baseman, waiting on deck. Brady is the left fielder for the Fresno A's. Breaking ball, call strike 3. So Wood put together 3 perfect pitches right there. The breaking ball took about 10 miles an hour off it, put a little bend on that thing and bend it right where it needed to go, bend it like Dylan. And with 1 out now, it's Caleb Rico. Caleb with a home run on the summer. He's from University of Mary. And 9 runs batted in. He is the second baseman. He's followed by Theo Wood in the order. Dylan Wood delivers a strike. He's got the location. He's gauged that breaking ball pretty well the last 2 pitches. That was getting away from him earlier in the inning. So let's see if he's got that dialed in. That's a high fastball. University of Mary is in North Dakota. Oh, the athletic mascot for University of Mary is Maximus, also known as Max the Marauder. So they must be the Marauders. I like that a lot. Breaking ball is a little bit inside, 2-1. University of Mary Marauders and Max the Marauder is the mascot. That's good. The mascot selection committee did a good job on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. In the dirt, 3-1. So he's gone breaking ball 3 or 4 times here and got 1 in, but has missed with the next 3. And with the bases loaded and 1 out, a 3-ball, 1 strike count on Caleb Rico. That's outside, and I'll walk in. That's ball 4. So Rico gets an RBI as Jeklich crosses the plate. Kinzel moves to third. Now Mejia at second. Theo Wood is the hitter. Second run across for the Athletics. We had to mention they have their own broadcast guy. It's Chris down there in front of us. He is. I talked to him. He's a great guy. First year broadcasting. He just wants to be involved in baseball. Just wants to be involved. And we wish him all the best, of course, as that one's hit down to third. It's going to be too slow, I think, for double play. Third and first, and he stay on the bag. He did. Well done, Potters. That's Miller to Moore to Dobson. and get Wood out of a sticky situation. But the Athletics do score 2, so we go to the bottom of the first. Fresno 2, Potters come to bat.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
It's the bottom of the first inning, so it's time to start talking. Cooper King is the pitcher for the Fresno Athletics. He is 2-2 on the season, 25 2/3 innings, just 21 hits, 7 earned runs, 41 strikeouts, and 12 base on balls for Cooper. He will face Mays Matson, and look out, Mays. That is a little bit inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Cooper is from Central Arkansas University, and Mays Matson is from St. George, Utah. And Utah Tech University. So it's Utah Tech against Central Arkansas. Pretty good matchup. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mays hitting .279. Swings and misses at that fastball at 90 miles an hour from Cooper. Mays has 8 runs batted in. He's followed by Carson Moore and then Ty McGraw. Popped it up left side. It's tough sun field. The shortstop Mejia goes over, and it will be out of play. So, yeah, the sun plays a big part of this game until probably about the 4th inning, maybe 3rd or 4th inning. Since it's a little later start at 7:05, it won't be quite as impactful for quite as long. But it will definitely wreak havoc on plays like that if that would have stayed in the field of play. Now, that's a good-looking hot dog right there. That's a tremendous hot dog. That is inside, and it hit him. I was distracted. I wanted to have her show me what was on the hot dog. So Matson is hit by the pitch. He'll go down to first base. And that'll bring up Carson Moore, the young man out of Cameron Park, California. And San Diego State University, who's hitting at a .304 clip. 1 home run and 11 runs batted in. Had an RBI in the game last night that the Potters won against the Mudcats. That's hit down the third base line, but foul. Potters with the 13-5 win last night. Gerald Hansen was your winning pitcher. Ty McGraw with a home run, a couple of hits. He was the player of the game. Improved the Potters to 6-2 in conference play. This is not a conference game tonight. Fresno actually plays in a team league down in the valley. There's an off-speed pitch swung on and missed. Includes Alameda Anchors who played against the Potters in some seasons gone by. They're part of the A's league. A's play their home games at the Fresno Grizzlies Stadium, so a nice place. Look out, Moore swings and misses and loses the bat up against the screen. And it is 0-2. We've seen a lot of that lately, Evan. Still just the one that went over the screen and over the tarp and into the parking lot, but we've seen a lot of second-place finishes lately. Carson's going to oil it up a little bit more and get back in there with an 0-2 count. Ty McGraw to follow, and then Brady Dobson, all left-handed hitters. That's lifted left side. Mejia again coming over, left fielder coming in, and it will fall in the bullpen. Left fielder, third baseman, shortstop all go after it. Couldn't get there. And they'll all have to come back. And that's a tough place when you're running backwards, looking up at the sun, and you're going into a bullpen with a mound there. That is a tough play all around. Madsen at first, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the first. Fresno with 2 across in the top of the inning. Dylan Wood with a couple of walks put himself in trouble. Got a nice 5-4-3 double play to pull himself out of trouble. Moore takes outside. The throw to second is badly. It's enough offline that it hit the backup guy as he was running over to back up. So that was very fortunate for the A's. And Madsen will steal it. For the A's in the outfield, that is Brady White. That's Robbie Papel and Scott Mitchell from left to right. Theo Woods at third. Angel Mejia at short. Caleb Rico at second. And Nick Jeklich is over at first. Elijah Garay, the catcher, and Cooper King on the mound. One ball, 2 strikes. Willie has to do double duty. He has to announce the count because the scoreboard is a little bit off. And a little bit off is a lot off for a scoreboard. Madsen dancing off second. The pitch to Moore. He watches that one go outside. King took a little bit off that, just 75 miles an hour, and misses the outside corner. Evens the count for Carson at 2-2. He is at second base for the Potters tonight. They're getting ready for a big weekend series against the Humboldt Crabs, which will be tomorrow and Sunday. Moore pops it up again left side. And Wood playing third base has got one arm in front of his eyes at all times, just trying to blot that sun out. Got a nice crowd out on the grassy knoll down there, Evan. Really well done. It's almost like you're going to the beach when you're on the grassy knoll. You're going to the beach and you're watching a game at the beach. What could be better than that? I don't think a lot, unless you had one of these waffles on a stick, which we're still working on the engineering part of that. 2-2 again to Carson. Swings and misses an off-speed pitch. The strikeout is the 42nd of the season for Cooper King. And he will now face Ty McGraw, who has just joined the team. He is 3 for 8. 2 home runs and 5 runs batted in limited duty. Left-handed hitter out of Gardendale, Alabama, and Troy University, the same Troy that went to the College World Series. So, yeah, that's kind of a big deal. He lifts that one foul. 0-1 on Ty, followed by Brady Dobson. Cash Brennan hitting 5th tonight. Shane Miller, the third baseman, hits 6th. Chaz McNeilis, Mason Belding, and Ryan Jackson round out the Potters lineup. The starter is Dylan Wood. 0-1 coming to Ty. Check swing, nice block behind the plate by Garay. As that saved Mays Madsen from going to third. So good play by the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's tie-dye night at the ballpark. Did we mention that, Evan? Tie-dye night. I got a tie-dye baseball right here. It's actually kind of a cool thing. In the dirt, another block by Garay. First 500 fans got a tie-dye baseball. Actually $4.99 because I got this one right here. Pretty cool. Got a little bright colors on it and everything. Yeah, I like this. Well done, Potters. They do the promos, they do the merchandise pretty well around here, and they do the vendors. I must say. Sabores to Mexico, Fat Cat down there. Our friend Dr. Evil, Papa's Coffee Company is out here today. Ty lifts that one down the left field line. It should be a foul ball. White giving chase, and it is a foul ball down there way into the corner for the left-hand hitting Ty McGraw. And it is 2 balls and 2 strikes on the left-hander. Tonight's DH for manager Eli Garcia. Cooper King from Central Arkansas University looks in to get his sign. Madsen inching off at second. There he goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. And Madsen takes third standing up, but McGraw's the second straight strikeout victim of Cooper King, and it'll bring up Brady Dobson. Brady comes to us from Lincoln High in Stockton and Cal State Fullerton. He's had a tremendous summer, 366. He has a home run. He has 8 runs batted in. Oh, he needs to plate this run from third base. The Potters trailing 2-0. We're just in the bottom of the first. And a strike. 0-1. Cooper King kind of mystifying the Potters left-hand hitters. That's all they've had is left-handers so far, but they're not really picking it up or something because his change of speeds has really been effective. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Dobson out at first base for the Potters, batting in the 4 spot tonight. Has been consistently good at the plate all season long. I think it was 5 of his first 10, and now has settled in at 366. Check swing didn't go, down low and inside. So Potters are on the road tomorrow and Sunday. Then they're off Monday. We're back here next Tuesday and Wednesday against the California Tigers. And after that, it's all PEL action. Dobson swings and misses. Again, at 78, pulls the string. So 3 straight strikeouts after a hit batter. We'll go to the second. A's on top, 2-0.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to...
Top of inning number 2 from McBean Stadium. A's on top 2-0. They'll send up Elijah Garay, Scott Mitchell, and Robbie Papel. 8, 9, and 1. Elijah at 2-11 on the season with 5 runs batted in against Dylan Wood, and that pitch is over his head, which is out of the strike zone this year. 1 ball and no strikes. Wood with 1, 2, 4 walks in the first inning, and that is a strike. And a single, that single is by Kinsel. He had an RBI in that, RBI walk to Caleb Rico. And then Theo Wood hits into the 5-4-3 double play to end the inning as Miller gets it started. Moore turns it and then ends up with Dobson. 2 balls and 1 strike on the catcher for the Fresno A's. Elijah out of Western Oregon University. Pretty self-explanatory. You go to Oregon, you go to the West, there it is. Yeah, not tough to find. That's lifted high up in the air, should get out of play. Like Valley City State, you hear that and you go, oh, you don't know. Now we know now, but we didn't know before. Up in the Dakotas. They got a lot of colleges you never heard of up in the Dakotas. That's what I've noticed doing this job for 9 years. That just misses out. No, it didn't just miss outside. Popped out of the glove, and usually it's a kind of an unwritten rule. If it pops out of the glove, they don't give you the strike call, but they gave it that time, and Gray is out on strikes. That's Dylan's second strikeout, and Scott Mitchell will be the hitter. Scott is out of Metropolitan State. That's in Denver, Colorado. Probably close to Regis, also in Denver. That one is outside up against the screen. We got, what ball club is that down there? The Ponderosa Little League, maybe. They got Burn and Feebles down there. Oh, there's Burke and Carson. Oh, they got everybody out there. Oh, Metropolitan State's mascot is Rowdy the Roadrunner. So they're obviously the Roadrunners. Rowdy, another good name, like Max the Marauder. Check swing. I thought that was good. That was not good. Did he go? No, he did not. So Mitchell, who's hitting 170, with 7 runs batted in. And comes to us from Metropolitan State, outside. Okay, so that would be the Roadrunners. Rowdy the Roadrunner. Rowdy versus Max the Marauder. I'd have to go with Max the Marauder in the dirt ball 4. So 5th walk given up by Dylan Wood puts Mitchell at first base and turns the roster over for Robbie Papel. Robbie from the aforementioned Regis University walked and scored in inning number 1. The Regis University Rangers. If your mascot's Rangers, you don't really need a name for your mascot. You don't Rangy the Ranger, no. It's just a Ranger. I guess you just call your mascot Ranger. That's what I would do. 1 ball and no strikes, and Robbie's talking to the umpire about probably mascots, I would think. And they're all the rage. That one's hitting in the left field. It's going to get down in front of Ryan Jackson for a base hit. Clean single for Papel. Second hit for the Fresno A's, and they're in business here in the second with runners at first and second and 1 out. And Ned Cheklich, the batter. A lot of milling around tonight, which is good. Good crowd out here for a Friday night. A lot of guys, people milling around, carrying drinks and food items. Fat Cat tonight with linguiça, I was informed, so that is powerful. They always seem to know what to do, don't they? Whoever puts their menus together is a genius. They always seem to know what you want. Breaking ball high and outside to Ned. 281 on the year. He also walked and scored back in the first. He's got 3 home runs on the summer and has driven in 11 runs. High and away, the ball gets away, and we're going to have an advancement at second and third as Mason Belding's a tall guy, but he couldn't get up high enough to stop that one. Pops out of the glove, and the force no longer in effect for the Potter defense. Cheklich with a 2-ball, no strike count. Dawson Raddick up and throwing again, or in Dawson's case, down and throwing. There's a good pitch in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Ned. He is at first base for the A's tonight, who will go home after this one. And according to Chris, the broadcaster, they'll have the weekend off, so good for them. Swing and a miss. I'd have fouled that one off, but it's basically the same place as the called strike. Took a little off that one at 79, and it is 2-2 now on Ned. Swings and misses, tied him up big time on that one. I don't think that was a strike, as that one was way inside, but it tied him up and got the strikeout. That's Dylan's third strikeout, and he'll face Grant Kinsel, who blooped a base hit to right field his last time up, got himself his 28th RBI of the summer. Truly an impressive number to go along with his 5 home runs. Grant out of Valley City State University. They are the Vikings. And he'll take high and inside. 1-0. Angel Mejia on deck. 2 on, 2 out here in the second. And a 2-0 score in favor of the Fresno A's. Our guy Chris is doing a lot of duty, and he's a double duty. He's got 2 cameras on tripods down there. He's working. He's broadcasting the game. 2-0. Got to get out every part of the field. So it's easy when your camera isn't got in a net, you know, there's a net around your camera like ours. Mason Belden goes out to speak to Dylan Wood as Piper prowls the, Piper doing a little milling around of his own, following Elena around. Got a little swagger. All the parking lot Potters in the house tonight, TJ, T-Mac, and Double D. T-Mac dropping off the jalapeno, the jars of jalapeno. Stones, again, if you're watching, you got a jar here. By name, he wanted you to try it. Suddenly it's very dark out here. There's a strike. I think he might have had a total eclipse of the sun. All of a sudden, yeah, all of a sudden it got dark out here. Got a little ominous out here. I'm not a big fan of the horror movies, but I'm getting a little skeptical right here. A little jumpy, perhaps. 2-1. That one stays high, 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike with Angel Mejia waiting on deck. That's line foul down the first base line. I'll tell you, Kinzel was ready for it. Said if he's probably going to go to the fastball to try to get it over. I'll be ready for it. The fastball at 91 is a little bit behind it, but he spoiled it. And now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Got him on the breaking ball. Big pitch right there by Dylan Wood to get out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Potters still trail at 2-0.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact.
Bottom of the second inning, Potters trail this one 2-0. Cooper King back out on the mound. He was impressive in the first inning with 3 strikeouts. He'll face Cash Brennan, Shane Miller, and Chaz McNeilus. The first 3 hitters for the Potters here in the second. Inside, Willie reminds me that the Potters are on the road this weekend up in Humboldt tomorrow and Sunday, but when they come back next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, against the California Tigers, a 2-game series, first pitch will be 6:35 both nights. That's popped up. Might get out of play, and it will get out of play. Tuesday is the famous Taco Tuesday, where 2 Tuesdays ago we famously ran out of tacos in the 6th inning. So, yes, it's a popular promotion. So that's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Then Wednesday, Evan's favorite, Wine and Wiener Wednesday. $2 off of wine pours, half-price sangria, $2 hot dogs, not confirmed, or $2 off hot dogs, should make that clear. Not confirmed that the bacon-wrapped hot dog will be an event. Lifted down the left field line. That is a huge, huge favorite, the bacon-wrapped hot dog. So, yeah, come on out. Check it out. Then there'll be, after those 2 games, Potters will go on the road Thursday to Healdsburg. Then Friday is movie night. Friday the 3rd of July. Did he go around? I think he probably did, and it's a 4th straight strikeout for Cooper King. He came in with 41 strikeouts in 25 2/3 innings, and we've seen why, as he struck out 4 in a row after hitting Mays Madsen to start the game. Shane Miller is our hitter. Again, July 3rd, a Friday night, is movie night. Come on out and see Rookie of the Year is the movie this year. So that is on the 3rd. And the 4th, obviously, the 4th of July game, which is sold out. The West Coast Kings are in town. And then the day after, a 6:05 start against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. That is a strike. Burying up the speeds is Cooper King, and he's doing a really good job of it as he faces Shane Miller, who's 0 for 8 on the year with 2 RBI out of Gilbert, Arizona, and the University of New Mexico. He'll take a ball. So a lot of good reasons to bring your belly, bring your tummy out next Tuesday and Wednesday for Taco Tuesday, Wine and Wiener Wednesday. Both tremendous promotions. That's hit high up in the air, right center field. Mitchell moves over, Papel moves over. It'll be the center fielder for the catch. The strikeout streak is broken, but the out streak is not. That's 5 straight set down by Cooper King, and he'll face Chaz McNeilus right now, the right fielder. Chaz, out of Las Vegas, Nevada, committed to UNLV. He's hitting at a .281 clip, and he has 10 runs batted in. He's brought that average up. He was down, brought it up from the high hundreds, and takes a swing at that one and misses it. It's 0-1. Looks like Austin Chang, the newcomer out of Roseville, is warming up in the pen for the Potters. That one is in the dirt. One and one on Chaz. If he reaches, Mason Belding would be next. Takes that one as well, 2-1. Pitch selection seems to be pretty important when you're dealing with Cooper King, who does a great job of mixing his speeds, mixing his locations, and changing up his pitches. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Moves him off the plate inside. 3-2, although Mejia at shortstop decided that was a strike, so he was going to take off. I understand. I understand why you'd do that. as Angel kind of has to go back, but it's still 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that is called strike 3. So 5 strikeouts for Cooper King. We go to the top of inning number 3. The Athletics still on top, 2-0.
You are Laborers Rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Top of inning number 3, got a new pitcher on the mound for the Potters. It is Austin Chang out of Roseville High. He will come on here in the 3rd inning to take over for Dylan Wood. Dylan, 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. He walked 5 and struck out 4. And here is Austin Chang. In his first batter, he will face Angel Mejia out of Cal State Bakersfield, who walked his first time up. Angel at .339 on the summer. Here's Chang's first pitch, and it's hit out into center field, short center field. Coming on is Madsen. He'll make the easy catch for the first out. 1 out, Brady White is the hitter. Brady struck out looking his first time up. The left fielder hitting at .306. Out of Chico State University, the Chico State Wildcats. Steps in here against Austin Chang, making his Potters debut, and delivers a ball at 85. 1 ball and no strikes. Caleb Rico, the second baseman on deck for Fresno, will lead this one 2-0. Chopper over the mound, back to second base. Carson Moore on the run will throw it over to first and get the out with Brady Dobson. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 3rd, and that will bring up Caleb Rico. He also walked. He did it with the bases loaded, so he got himself an RBI, his 10th of the summer. He also has a home run. So here's Rico with 2 outs. Chang delivers a high fastball at 86, and it is a little too high, so it's 1 ball and no strikes on Caleb. Swing and a miss, breaking ball in the dirt. Now there's a tie-dye dude right there, Evan. I think I think ZZ Top's having auditions, and he's in the right place. He's definitely in the right place. We just found out today that Evan the engineer, is a big 70s music guy. He thought he was 60s. I guess his parents were more 80s. And we talked about it, found out that the bands he likes. He's getting into vinyl. He's doing a lot of the 70s bands. Likes the Doobie Brothers, Steve Miller. That's fouled back to the screen. And the Boss. There you go. He likes the Boss. Uh-oh. We might have an injury here as Caleb Rico staying down. That's not good. Took a big swing, maybe strained the groin a little bit. I don't know. As the coaches come on out to try to help him out. And now here's our trainer. That is Cheyenne Varga for the Potters, and she'll come out. Let's take a short break, Evan, as we wait and take care of Caleb Rico. A's on top 2-0. We're in the third at McBean Stadium.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Back here at McBean Stadium, Mark the Phantom Low and Evan the engineer. Michael Gonzalez is taking over the at-bat for Caleb Rico. He's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So he will step in wearing number 16 out of Cal State San Bernardino against Austin Chang, who delivers outside in the dirt. So it's 3-2. So Rico had to get help getting off the field, so hopefully he'll be all right. He was having trouble just moving, and he had a teammate on either side helping him off. And so we've got Michael Gonzalez here. Swing and miss. Out on strikes. So a good inning for Austin Chang on the third. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 3. Potters still trail it by 2.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Sooners fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We are putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do.
Bottom of the third inning. Potters trail at 2-0. Cooper King so far has been masterful. He's hit a batter and struck out 5 batters and retired another one on fly ball, and that's been it. He'll face Mason Belding for the first time, then Ryan Jackson and Mace Matson. And Belding takes, I guess, a ball. The umpire didn't make a move. He had to give a baseball to the catcher to throw back out. So let's check. Evan, check the second baseman and see what number, see if it's Gonzalez took over for Rico. There's a grounder to that second baseman. First baseman came off the back, so the pitcher will have to cover, and he got there in time. Cooper King showing some good skills, gets over there and receives it from Michael Gonzalez, who's taken over indeed at second. I didn't know because he's listed as an outfielder here, so I didn't know if they were going to move him infield. But as we find out in summer ball all the time, versatility is so key. So, yeah. Ryan Jackson, the number 9 hitter in the order, batting at .308. Out of El Cajon, California, in San Diego State. See if he can solve the mystery that is Cooper King. Can we call him Cooper the Lion King? Is that? I mean, you know, King of the John. I mean, he's pretty much dominating right now. All right, I'll workshop it. Anything, it's a visiting guy, so I'd have to check it with their broadcaster, too, and make sure he'd have to take it back with him. Maybe, I'll ask him. Lift it in the air right side, out of play. That's a really good point, Evan. But if you're a broadcaster from an opposing team, it is incumbent upon you to tell the other broadcaster if there's any nicknames. You talk about pronunciations, but you also talk nicknames. Like if Luke Statwalker, I have to tell him that's his nickname, Luke Statwalker. Jackson swings and misses. King with another strikeout, his 6th through the first 9 hitters. And Mace Matson, who was the only guy to get on base against Cooper, and he did it via the hit by pitch back in the first. So it is Madsen who's batting at .273 coming in. He has driven in 8 runs out of the center field spot. Lines it foul down the first base line, and a bunch of Potters down there. I guess his dad is a very well-known coach back in Utah. Ray was going to get me an interview, but he just told me about it right now, and the guy's leaving. So next time Dad is around, we will chat with him. That's outside. Ray Garcia remembers one thing about me, that's I don't like the song by the outfield, Your Love, that Kyle Pedersen uses for his walk-up. And he says, hey, Kyle's on the lineup tonight. Don't you feel good? Well, not for Kyle, but, I mean, I don't want to hear the song is the point. So that's the one fact that Ray will not forget. Madsen, 2 balls and 1 strike. As Luke Statwalker is going to take, is that the caramel apple one? Swing and a miss. Statwalker goes in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Gives the nod. Gives the Statwalker nod of approval. Madsen fouls it. So what do you get? You took a bite. What's your ingredients? What are you tasting? It's like a wine. It's like cinnamon. A lot of cinnamon. Very good. Any apple? Any caramel? Caramel? Yeah, there's some caramel. That is beautiful. That is well done, Statwalker. I knew we missed you. Madsen takes what Garay thought was a strike, but the umpire has to, he's the one who actually has to say it. So it will go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. So full count on Mays Madsen. Carson Moore in the on-deck circle for the Potters, who have yet to get a hit. Madsen chops one out towards second. The new man, Michael Gonzalez, looks it in his glove, throws to first, and Cooper King has been just about perfect through the first three. We go to the fourth. His athletics lead is 2-0.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of inning number 4. It is the new pitcher is Daniel Aceto out of Lincoln, California, and Simpson College. He will take on Theo Wood and deliver a strike. And then Elijah Garay and Scott Mitchell, 7, 8, 9. Theo Wood, tonight's dueling dog batter. So if he strikes out, it's half off on dueling dogs over at the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill. Breaking ball is swung on and missed, so we're 2/3 of the way there. Wood, his last time up, hit into a 5-4-3 double play. So he is 0 for 1, 179 on the year with 3 runs batted in. Outside with the breaking pitch, 1-2. Mason Belding behind the plate for the Potters. Miller, Brennan, Moore, and Dobson on the infield. Jackson, Madsen, and McNeilis in the outfield. Here's a 1-2 coming up from Daniel. Inside corner, call strike 3. The thirsty people are happy. Come on down and go see Curtis the beer man down there down the first base line. And here we go. We got some Potter fans saying, you know, I got to get over to that bar and grill. And there they go. Well done, Potter fans. That'll bring up Elijah Garay, the catcher, who took a call third strike his first time up against Dylan Wood. That's fouled back. Another breaking ball on the inside corner. 0-1. Wood started, then Chang went 1 inning, 1 perfect inning. He got a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And now Daniel Aceto, wearing number 15 for the Potters tonight, or in their white uniforms, white home uniforms. Lifted down the right field line, giving chase. McNeilis giving chase, and he can't quite get there in foul territory. Willie Preston trying to decide which waffle on a stick he's going to have. Is this like a cherry or a strawberry or the marshmallow one? That Dr. Evil didn't even know what was in that. She was like, I don't remember what I put in that one. It's pretty good, though. 0-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. So Aceto has himself 2 strikeouts. That's 7 strikeouts for Potters pitchers through 3 2/3. It'll bring up Scott Mitchell. The right fielder walked his first time up. Scott out of Metropolitan State University in Denver. The Roadrunners. Nicknamed the mascot's name, Rowdy. Rowdy the Roadrunner. Luke Stoutwalker, almost as much of a mascot guy as we are. You know, give him his credit. He probably would have liked Max the Marauder. Yeah, that was a good one. It's not a timber hog. Okay, I'm not saying that, but it's pretty good. Breaking balls hit out to center. Madsen going out. Shortstop goes out. That's a nice play by Cash Brennan to third out. Nice job by Aceto. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Potters still trailing this one 2-0.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
We are in the bottom of inning number 4. Cooper King back out on the mound for the Fresno A's. And Carson Moore is our hitter. Then Ty McGraw and Brady Dobson, 2, 3, and 4 for the Potters. Carson shows a little bunt action, takes outside for a ball. King, 3 innings. He has struck out 6. No hits. He just hit one batter out, 1 base runner over the first 3 innings. Moore goes around with that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Double D from the parking lot Potters making his first appearance up in the press box tonight. And by the look of his cup, he's been down the Longhorn beer bar, canned beer bar down there. 1-2 on Carson Moore. Luke Stoutwalker doing a yeoman's job on that. Cinnamon, caramel, any other things that you find in there? It's fluffy, okay, so a little whipped cream action, maybe something like that. Just the waffle is just a fluffy, delicious waffle. That's where it starts, really. I mean, you can put whatever you want on it, but it starts with the delicious waffle. Well, it starts with the stick. I mean, let's be honest. You got to have a good stick. And then you put the delicious waffle on there. And evidently, you found it very to your liking. Moore takes outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Moore takes ball 4. Second base runner, and not by much, is Carson Moore, and it'll bring up Ty McGraw. Ty struck out his first time up. He is 3 for 9. He has a pair of home runs. As I'm distracted by a giant piece of cotton candy, just giant head size piece of cotton candy. Anyway, to finish, Ty has 5 runs batted in. Left-hand inning first baseman out of Gardendale, Alabama. Takes a strike. The fastball at 88. King has done a masterful job of mixing speeds, locations so far over the first 3 innings plus. And he's ahead of Ty McGraw 0-1. That's a little bit too high again with a fastball at 87. 1-1. Potters on the road tomorrow and Sunday up in Humboldt. McGraw chops one foul over by the Potters dugout. We are back here. Home games next Tuesday and Wednesday against the California Tigers. Tuesday is a Taco Tuesday, which is always a cause for celebration. Wednesday is a Wine and Wiener Wednesday. And there's just so much good about that, I can't even describe it all right now. 1-2 coming to McGraw. It's a chopper, foul again off the first base coaching box, or coach's hand down there. Made a nice try, but really not a chance of handling that one. So that's Tuesday and Wednesday. And then after that, our next game would be Friday, the 4th of July, or Saturday the 4th of July, against the West Coast Kings, fireworks galore. McGraw takes outside. Friday the 3rd is movie night out here at McBean. The film is Rookie of the Year, involving a young man injuring his arm, getting some sort of surgery or something, and then being able to throw like 150 miles an hour. I think that's what happens. McGraw hits a grounder to first. They're going to go to second for one, back to first, nobody there. They'll throw late, it'll get through, but McGraw will stay put. It's the fielder's choice. Moore is off the bases. McGraw is on the bases. With one out, it'll bring up Brady Dobson. Dobson struck out back in the first inning, so he is 0 for 1. The first baseman out of Stockton, California, came in at 366, and he has a home run. No activity right now in the pen for the A's, and why should there be? Cooper King has been great. He hasn't really thrown that many pitches. He's hit one batter and walked one batter and struck out 6. Brady takes high and outside. 1-0. One-0 pitch coming up. Brady takes outside, 2-0. He's followed by Cash Brennan in the Potters order tonight. Manager Eli Garcia running the show over there in the first base dugout. 2-0 coming up. That looked pretty good. It is on the inside corner for a strike. And Brady's like, I probably should have swung at that. Probably that was the one I kind of wanted. Took something off at the 2-0 pitch to get it over, and Brady watched it. Maybe he thought a little bit inside. Swings and fouls that one back. He wanted a piece of that one as well. 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Dobson takes inside. So 3-2. McGraw will be going over there at first base on the 3-2 pitch with one out here in the 4th. Three-two pitch to Brady. Takes high, ball 4. Good at bat by Brady Dobson to work that base on balls. The second issued in the inning by Cooper King. And here's Cash Brennan, who struck out his first time up. The shortstop out of Rockland, California, and headed to the University of Arizona. Another left-handed hitter for the Potters. In fact, I think they all are, except for Ryan Jackson batting 9th. Brennan lines it up the middle. That's a base hit to center field. McGraw had to make sure it was going to get through. They're going to hold him at third as the throw is cut off at the pitcher's mound by the first baseman. And it is a bases loaded situation as the Potters now have a hit to their credit. It's a line drive single by Brennan. Bases loaded, 1 out. And it brings up Shane Miller. Fly to center his first time up. Out of Gilbert, Arizona, Mr. Shane Miller, who has a pair of runs batted in, still looking for his first hit of the season as a Potter. And now we're going to have a meeting at the mound for the Fresno A's as Cooper King is in a little bit of bother for the first time. He's walked 2 in the inning and then the base hit. And Pranay McGraw probably would have scored, but he had to wait and see that one was going to get through. And when he did, he could only make it to third as Papel came up throwing in center field. Cheklich comes over from first and makes the cutoff. But the A's probably talking things over. Obviously, with 1 out, they're going to play the middle of the infield back for the double play and see how they play the corners. As the umpire's like, I know you have a lot to talk about, but, you know, I'm a busy guy. It's a Friday night. I want to, you know, get home, get out, you know, maybe go out, go clubbing after I get out of here or something, you know. So he does break them up. Got a visit charge to the Fresno A's. Make a note of that in our visits charge book. And here is Shane Miller. Chaz McNeilis on deck. Grounder out towards second base, slowly hit and bobbled at second. Everybody is safe. McGraw will score. Dobson will go to third. Brennan to second. Miller reaches on the air. He will get an RBI because I don't think they were going to turn that. So he picks up his third RBI. The bases are still loaded, still just 1 out. And it'll bring up Chaz McNeilis. So Chaz struck out looking his first time up back in the second inning. He's up here with the bases still loaded and still just 1 out, and he swings and misses. So the Potters are on the board. It's a 2-1 score now. McNeilis with 10 runs batted in on the summer. Left side down the left field line, but it will be a foul ball. Watch out, grassy knoll over there. And it's 0-2 quickly on Chaz. Great crowd out here tonight. I believe over 1,100. Coming through the turnstiles on tie-dye night, getting the tie-dye baseball, at least the first 500. Piper the Peacock, who had an all-time record representation in his race in the second inning. Chaz takes call, strike 3. Inside corner. Big strikeout right there for Cooper King, his 7th. And Mason Belding, he'll be up for the Potters. He grounded to second his first time up. Mason at 258 with 6 runs batted in. Bases still loaded, but now 2 outs. Cooper King taking a while getting the right sign from Garay behind the plate. And a little too long for Mason Belding. Says, I think I'll just reset a little bit. Out of Del Oro High School, Grass Valley, California, and LSU for Mason Belding. Takes the strike. He's got the second baseman, Gonzalez, pulled way over toward first. Middle of the field is open for Mason. Outfield straight away, medium deep. A little deeper in right is Mitchell for the left-hand hitting Belding. 0-1 coming up. A little blooper out toward first base, and it is Cheklich for the catch. So the Potters score once in the 4th. We'll go to the 5th. They are down 2-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs,
So Farmer's fifth inning, Robbie Papel is our hitter. He has walked and singled, so it'll be a tough out to get to Half Off Farmers Brewing Company down at the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill. And that one is in there for a strike. Brock McReynolds is our new pitcher out of Newcastle, California, Chico State University. Daniel Aceto, one inning pitch. He struck out 2 and got 1 pop-up. So he and Austin Chang combined for a pretty good 2 innings of work. Reynolds is too low with that one. 3 strikeouts and 1, 2, 3, both innings for the 2 young right-handers out of Roseville and Lincoln. And now it is Brock McReynolds out of nearby Newcastle and Chico State. 1 ball, 1 strike on Papel out of Regis University in Denver, the Regis Rangers. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Line drive up the middle. Will it stay up for Mace Matson? Mace dives, and Mace said, I got thirsty fans that need this guy out. Diving catch by Madsen, and beer's half off. That's how it works, folks, here in Lincoln. The players know the situation. You got to know how many runners on. You got to know if there's beer on the line. So Papel hits it very hard, but Robbie is retired on a good play by Madsen out in center field. And Ned Cheklich will be our hitter. He has walked and struck out so far. The first baseman came in at 281. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Brock McReynolds. Took something off that. Nice looking pitch by McReynolds. In there for a strike on 1. A lot of off-speed, weird pitches in this game tonight, and a lot of them are finding the strike zone. 0-1 on Cheklich. Grant Kinzel, he is the DH. He is on deck for the Fresno A's. Hit sharply foul over toward the Potters' dugout. Yeah, I think it might have nipped one of the Potters over there. We're getting some check on over there, some once-overs. As Cheklich looks over, and you don't want to do that. I mean, he doesn't feel bad about it. He does feel bad about it, probably. So Ned's going to go over and check on Landon, give it a little high five over there. And I think everything's going to be okay. Looks a little bit, could have been serious there, as the Potters have a lot of guys right in front of that dugout, or on the home plate side of their dugout. And that one, Ned turned on that one quickly and shot it over there. But everybody is fine, it looks like, down there. A bounce back down there. More Potter legends, is that what you're telling me, Stat Walker? Aiden Chang? Yeah, I'd love to see the legends come back, you know. I think for legends it should be a free waffle. Yeah, free everything. That's one way of looking at it. Cheklich takes inside. Free everything would be a good incentive for Potters to come back, I would think. Yeah. You go back to the game, you get free everything. Okay. I think I'll do that. I would certainly consider it if I got free everything. Sure. 1-2 pitch. That is inside. Whenever we get an authoritative knock on the door here in the press box, I always know it's the 50-50 people. It always is the 50-50 people. I think it's only the 50, and they've sold so many. They don't have any tickets left. They've sold them all already. That's some pretty good salesmanship right there. Max is going to buy a ticket as soon as he puts his burrito down and his waffle down and his drink down. He probably went over and got himself a dog over at Fat Cat. They got linguiça tonight, Max. Get on over there. Inside, did that get him? I think it did. So Cheklich is going to get hit by a pitch. And Grant Kinzel will be the hitter. You hate to hit a guy anytime, but you hate to hit a guy with 2 strikes especially. Kinzel has singled in a run back in the first, struck out in the second, so Grant is 1 for 2. He came in at 377, picked up RBI number 28 out of Valley City State University, home of the Vikings, obviously. Granos to the plate, calls strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Angel Mejia, the shortstop for Fresno, in the on-deck circle. Cheklich over at first with a short lead. That's down low. 1-1. Potter with a busy couple of days. Tuesday they were in Healdsburg. They lost to the Prune Packers 3-0. Came back a big win, 14-4 over the Mudcats down in Fairfield. Then took on the Mudcats again last night and won that one 13-5. Hit out in the air toward right field. Going back is McNeilis, and he reaches up and can't make the play. Runner rounding third, he will stop there. It's a double for Grant Kinzel, and the A's are in business with runners at second and third and just 1 out. McNeilis ran that one all the way down in right center, reached up and tried to catch it against the fence, couldn't make the play. Cheklich had to wait and see if he made the catch before he could take off, so he was only able to make it to third, where he sits right now, and Grant Kinzel is out at second. And Angel Mejia, who has walked and flied to center, will be the hitter. That one just kept carrying off the bat of Grant Kinzel. I thought it would be a fairly easy routine play, but obviously it turned out to be anything but. High fastball, 1-0. McReynolds at 88 miles an hour with that fastball to Mejia. Brady White in the on-deck circle. A's lead at 2-1. We're in the fifth. And a very kind of getting darker McBean Stadium here. A little overcast. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one, did Brock. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brock McReynolds wearing number 19 for the Potters in their home white uniforms, all white with the black socks. For a really nice crowd out here, over 1,100 on a Friday night, a tie-dye Friday night. Took something off that, but it was too high. First 500 coming through the gate, got the tie-dye baseball. And just out here and enjoying some baseball. Curtis the beer man walking around. Who minds the beer store when Curtis is moving around? That's what I want to know. Carmen, oh, that's right. Carmen takes care of it, of course. That's outside. That's a great play by Belding to keep the runner at third base. But it's now 3 balls and 1 strike on Mejia. Yeah, Piper's race today in the second inning. I might have broken the record for most, but it was way over 30 it looked like out there. Just kids running around. Good cowbell representation. 3-1 pitch, inside corner, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the fifth. Jeklich at third and Grant Kinzel out at second for the Fresno A's. Chopper out towards short. Brennan, nice play. He's going to have to go to first, and he'll make the play at first. Coming across to Jeklich, looks like a little head first action. He'll score. It's a ground out for Mejia, but he will get the RBI. The run is the third for the A's, so they answer that run that the Potters got in the fourth. And now with a 3-1 lead, Kinzel moves over to third base. Brennan was playing in, but the ball was just a little bit too far to his left for him to definitely come home. So I think he did the right thing, took the better play, and got Mejia at first base. And Brady White is the hitter. He is struck out and grounded to second. That's in there. Goes all the way back to the backstop, but Kinzel's got a bad jump, and the ball usually comes straight back. That time it ricocheted down the first baseline, but if you didn't go right away, you're not going to start going later. And the Kinzel stays at third base. Ball 1 on Brady White. .306 for Brady. He is out of Chico State University, same as Brock McReynolds. Inside, barely misses Brady White. Goes to 2-0. Michael Gonzalez, who entered the game for Caleb Rico back in the third, is in the on-deck circle. A's have scored once here in the fifth. They lead it 3-1. Sails away, and that one's getting away, and Kinzel's going to score on that one. A wild pitch will allow Kinzel to score from third to second run of the inning. And it's a 3-ball, no strike count now to Brady White with the bases empty. As the A's now on top 4-1. That's in the dirt, ball 4. So a hit by pitch and a walk in this inning with a wild pitch, a double, and a ground out. And it's a 4-1 ball game. White down at first base, and here is Michael Gonzalez as Eli Garcia is going to go out to the mound and talk to Brock McReynolds. Dawson Raddick has been throwing in the bullpen. And it looks like he is going to come on. So we're going to have a pitching change. We'll be back with that new pitcher Right after a short break, we are in the top of the fifth. The A's on top 4-1. Dawson Raddick, the new pitcher for the Potters out of Gretna, Nebraska, and Reinhardt University. He will face Michael Gonzalez with White over at first base. 2 runs already in for the Athletics. They lead at 4-1 here in the fifth. Dawson, the submariner, comes in and he gets a strike on Gonzalez. Michael out of Cal State San Bernardino. He came on for Caleb Rico, and Caleb took a big swing and actually pulled a muscle or something, had to be helped off the field. Hopefully he is all right. And Gonzalez came in, finished the at-bat, and now is in the lineup, and he hits that one out to center field. Matson gives a little bit of ground. He has room and makes the catch. So Raddick comes in and gets the out, but the A's score twice. We're in the bottom of the fifth. The A's are on top 4-1.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here.
We are in the bottom of inning number 5 is Ryan Jackson, and then Mace Matson and Carson Moore against Cooper King, who's gone through the first 4 innings with just 1 hit allowed. He's hit a batter, walked 2, and struck out 7, and the first delivery is outside. 1-0 on Jackson, who struck out back in the third. Ryan at 308 on the summer. with a home run, and he's driven in 14 runs for the Potters. That's down low, 2-0. Still no buddy up and throwing for the Athletics, as Cooper right in the 65 to 70 pitch range right now through 4 innings. Delivers a strike to Jackson. He is masterful at changing the speeds from 75 to about 88 or 89. And he's kept the Potters off balance so far with just the 1 hit. Jackson dribbles that out to second. Gonzalez makes the running pickup, throws to first. I don't think he got him. He didn't. Gonzalez couldn't get it out of his glove. It's a difficult play to make when you're running away from the base, and Jackson has himself an infield single. Ryan with a lot of speed and is at first with nobody out, and here's Mace Madsen, who is a pretty good bunter, so I would not be surprised to see him try to lay one down. And Theo Wood, who's playing third base, is moved in on the infield grass. Theo out of, I didn't notice this, Shepherd University, which is, we'll have to look that one up. Madsen is not bunting. He's lifting it down the left field line. Foul territory, running try over there, and it's on the grassy knoll, so it's no balls and 1 strike on Mays Madsen, who came in at 273, was hit by a pitch in the first inning, grounded to second in the third. So Mays 0 for 1. A's lead this one 4-1. We're in the bottom of inning number 5 from McBean Stadium. Really great crowd out here on a Friday night, watching a little bit of baseball. Madsen showed bunt, but took that one high and away. Elijah Garay, the catcher for the A's, looking the runner back before he returns the ball to Cooper King, the right-hander out of Central Arkansas. Now we've got the umpire telling the A's do have somebody warming up in the pen. Just not, he's tucked behind the dugout down there, so can't see him. I think it's Joshua Moreno is what I'm getting from the people. Madsen hits it high in the air, right field. Mitchell is going to come in, is still going to come in. He makes a running catch for the first out. That one was higher than it was far, but Mitchell had to keep coming, and Madsen is retired for the first out. Carson Moore, our hitter, he has walked, he has struck out. 3:04 coming in tonight for Carson. Does have home run power and has 11 runs batted in to go with that home run. Check swing, it's in there for a strike, 0-1. Shout out to Chris doing the broadcasting for the Fresno A's down in front of us here. Taking what is normally the best seat in the house, but he's got a computer, a couple of cameras. He's got a lot of stuff there he needs to work with. That one gets in there for strike 2. Had a little talk with him before the game, a little chat. He's a very fine fellow. Getting involved. He just wants to be involved in baseball. And broadcasting for the A's is the way you can do it right now. 0-2 to Carson. Brings and fouls it off, spoils it. Hits it perilously close to our camera, so hopefully he will not duplicate that effort. Stays 0-2 on Carson Moore out of Cameron Park. He takes ball 1-2. Ty McGraw on deck. Ty with a strikeout and a hit to a fielder's choice in his 2 at-bats. So 1-2 to Carson. Throws him inside, just missed that corner, 2-2. Ryan Jackson is a threat to go with a lot of speed over there. But King is keeping him pretty close. Slice out of here. 1-2. Plus he has a really quick slide step to the plate. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Carson. Left-hand hitting second baseman. outside. Full count. Would expect to see Jackson going on the full count. One out here in the fifth. Potters trying to get something going, trailing 4-1. Coming off 2 straight wins over the Mudcats in PEL play to go to 6-2. Hit well into left center field, giving chase and making the catch is actually the left fielder. That's White, who came over. The ball with the left-handed swing was slicing his way, and White came over and made the play for the second out. I like that. Could be trouble for a second. Held up for White to come over. That's Brady White in left field. Here's Ty McGraw, who said 0 for 2 so far, 3 for 10 since he's joined the Potters again after a great season last year. Ty does have a pair of home runs in those 3 hits and has driven in 5 runs. Had a 3 RBI night last night against the Mudcats. That's a nice pitch on the inside corner, but it missed the inside corner, so makes it ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Potters open for the big fly here from Ty, or at least something to keep things going. That's hit sharply right at Gonzalez at second base. Over to first for the out. So King goes through 5 innings looking pretty good, and his team, the A's, on top 4-1.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome
Potters fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Top of the 6th inning, Piper doing the dance contest to the twist and shout from the Beatos. And he has his winner. Oh, she is very surprised to be the winner. A very worthy winner. And Sebastian Edwards will start us off here. He is the new Potters pitcher. He'll face the Dueling Dogs batter, Theo Wood, out of Shepherd University. Then Elijah Garay and Scott Mitchell. Theo is into a double play and struck out so far tonight. So 0 for 2 on the evening, and Mason Belding's going to go out and talk to Sebastian Edwards. Dawson Raddick with just a third of an inning. Brock McReynolds 2/3 of an inning. Gave up a hit and a pair of runs. So it is 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss. 1-1, 1/3 of the way there for the thirsty Potter fans. They already had one Dueling Dog strikeout tonight. They also had the Farmers' 5th inning with the great catch by Mays Madsen in center field. So they've had some specials already tonight. That is inside, just missed, 2-1. Great crowd out here tonight. Having a great time at the ballpark. enjoying everything that McBean Stadium has to offer. A little soft grounder out toward third, scooped up and gunned across the diamond. Nice play by Shane Miller. So not a strikeout, but an out nonetheless, as it goes Miller to Dobson for the first out here in the sixth, and Elijah Gray, the catcher, will be the hitter. A couple of strikeouts for Elijah so far tonight. 0 for 2. Elijah out of Western Oregon University. Swings and misses at that one from Edwards. Big right-hander out of Lincoln, California, and the University of Central Arkansas. The same, well, actually, it's not the same because Cooper King is from Central Arkansas University, and Sebastian's from the University of Central Arkansas. Do you think that's the same place, Evan, or do you think we got a clerical problem here? I don't know. It's very close. Very coincidental there. Garay waits. Edwards delivers inside corner, call strike 2, and Elijah does not agree. And he will walk around for a second just to show that he does not agree. And it, unfortunately for him, won't do him any good as far as the count is concerned. It'll still be the same. That's fouled back to the screen. People in the front row thought they were going to get a little baseball action, but no, there's a screen there. And it's to protect you. Sir and ma'am down there. Got some great seats, though, right there. Right behind home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, or 0-2 actually. Hit sharply in the hole. Backhanded by Brennan. Long throw. He makes it perfectly. That's Brennan with an excellent play at shortstop. He made that look far easier than it was. And rifles it across the diamond for the second out. And Scott Mitchell, the right fielder, will be our hitter. Scott has walked and popped out to shortstop, so he is 0 for 1 in this one. Came in at 170 with 7 runs batted in. Out of Metropolitan State in Denver, Colorado. A member of the Roadrunners. Steps in here, right-hander against right-hander. Edwards, the 6th Potters pitcher already. Delivers that one inside. We had Wood for 2, then Chang, Aceto, McReynolds, Raddick, and Edwards. That's lined into right field. That could drop for a hit, and it will. Picked up out there by McNeilis. He'll get it in quickly, but it's a solid single for Scott Mitchell. 4th hit of the night for the Athletics, and he'll turn it over to Robbie Papel, who has walked, singled, and flied to center. And that fly to center was the one that Mays Madsen made the great catch on. So Robbie out of Regis University came in at 278, but like I say, he's got the walk, he's hit the ball well twice, and he's up here with 2 outs and 1 on. Mason Belding behind the plate for the Potters as perhaps the A's are finding themselves in a situation they want to send a runner. Get him in scoring position for Papel. That is in there for a strike. Edwards at 76 on that one. Gets ahead in the count 0-1. Oh and 1 to the A's center fielder. Inside, barely misses him. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ned Cheklich, the first baseman, on deck. He's had a walk, a hit batter, and a strikeout. So yet to put the ball in play, but he's been on base twice and scored 2 runs. So there's a yin and yang, the whole thing. 1-1 coming up to Papel. Swing and a miss. Edwards pulled the string down to 69 on that one, so it went slow and got slower. And Robbie was swinging at 77. He got 69, and that is not working. 1-2. Two in the first and 2 in the fifth for the Fresno A's. Potters got their single run in the fourth. Fellows fouls that one out of play to the right, over to where the parking lot Potters used to hang out outside. But now they're mostly an inside group with TJ, T-Mac, and Double D. Oh, I should mention T-Mac. Best friend Taffy, who is almost at every game, has her own seat. I think has her own season ticket. And she should. 1-2 coming up again. Look out, that hit him. No, it didn't. It went behind him. Oh, I don't know how that could have missed him. So it's now 2-2. Potters on the road tomorrow and Sunday. They'll go up to Humboldt to take on the Crabs. They took 2 out of 3 from Humboldt last week here at McBean. It's a little bit different atmosphere up there. At least that's what Willie always tells me. Bell fouls that one out of play. Those fans get into it. We talked to the manager, and he was talking about the atmosphere there. And those fans just really get into it. Marching bands and stuff, they're crazy up there. So especially on a weekend against the Lincoln Potters, you know it's going to get crazy. So hopefully the Potters can go up there and play the same kind of ball they played against the Mudcats the last 2 nights. And they played well against the Prune Packers as well on Tuesday. They just were held to just 1 hit. Popped up. That would probably get out of play, but watch out. That one is up on the tarp right over there to our left. There is a little bit of area that it could get out of play right behind home plate and get over the screen, but before the tarp takes over. So there's a little bit of vulnerability there, and I thought that one might drop into that area. So Papel staying alive here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mitchell down at first. He goes outside. Throw by Belding is on target, but just not in time. Mitchell got that off the pitcher, and Mason Belding with a quick release and an accurate throw, but just no chance to catch up with the jump that Mitchell got. Full count now. There he goes again. That pitch is inside, and he steals third to Scott Mitchell. Just did not pay any attention to him. Appel gets the base on balls. He's on base for the 3rd time, and it's up to Ned Teklich here, the left-hand hitting first baseman whose walk struck out and been hit by a pitch. So Edwards sails through the first 2 hitters, then he gives up the single to Mitchell. And during the walk to Papel, Mitchell steals 2nd and 3rd. And he's 90 feet away. The A's have already scored 1 run on a wild pitch. That was back in the 5th inning. Teklich at 281 coming in with 3 home runs. There goes the runner from first, and Belding it. He was going to throw, but he drops the ball, so a stolen base right there. So 3 stolen bases in the inning. And put runners on 2nd and 3rd, and now a base hit by Teklich would probably score 2. And it gives the A's a pretty good cushion here in the 6th inning, the way that Cooper King has been pitching. Although we have seen some activity in the bullpen. And that hit him on the hand, I think. You could argue that he swung, but they'll have to ask the umpire, and he said no. Hit him on the hand. And the fans are like, yeah, it looked like he swung to me, and Eli Garcia is going to come out and make the same argument. And all you got to do is ask the dugout is giving it to him from the Fresno A's, and Eli's going to say, ask the field umpire to see if he swung, because if he swung and it hit him, it's a strike. And there's Evan, the cameraman, zeroing it in on the participants in that little discussion, and it's not really a discussion, just ask for help. But I don't think he's going to do that. So Teklich will go down to first base. Second time he's been hit by a pitch. 4 at-bats and hasn't put the ball in play yet, and has been on base 3 times. And it's up to Grant Kinzel, who has a single and a double tonight, and an RBI, and a run scored as well, with the bases loaded. 2 groundouts, then a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch, and that's where we stand here in the top of the 6th. Kinzel 377 on the season. Lines it to left field. It should stay up, and it does. Nice play out there by Ryan Jackson. So a well-hit ball, but it finds the glove of Ryan Jackson. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 6. A's 4, Potters 1.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's.
Bottom of inning number 6, A's up 4-1. Big reason for that is the guy on the mound, Cooper King. The right-hander's gone through 5 innings, allowed just 2 hits and struck out 7. He will take on Brady Dobson and then Cash Brennan and Shane Miller. 3 more left-handers for the Potters here in the bottom of inning number 6. Cooper King has walked 2, he's hit 1, and allowed the 2 hits. There's a pop-up out of play. Dobson has struck out and worked a base on balls, so he is 0 for 1. Brady out of Stockton, California, and Cal State Fullerton hitting .366 coming on tonight. Takes outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Check swing, line drive, third baseman. That is Wood over there, makes the catch. So Dobson with an swing, hits a line drive to third base for the first out, and Cash Brennan, who has struck out and singled in this game. The only hit for the Potters to reach the outfield. The other one was an infield single by Ryan Jackson. So Cash at .292 coming in with 3 runs batted in. Just trying to set the table here and get the Potters going here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Chopper down the first baseline, that's a foul ball. Potters have Darius Jenkins warming up in their bullpen. We had, I think it was Joshua Moreno throwing in the pen for the A's, right-hander out of Fresno Pacific, but don't see anybody throwing right now, and King has been dominant, so maybe they're just going to let Cooper run with it. Brennan takes outside, although, you know, the pitch count probably getting up near 75, I would say now. So it's up a little higher than that according to Mad Max. It's about 96 right now. Not a lot of stress pitches in this game so far for him, except in the fourth inning when the Potters had a couple of guys on base, had the bases loaded, but then he struck out McNeilis and got a pop-up from Belding. Brennan fouls that one down the left field line, out of play, far out of play, so he'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. I want to thank Tom Maley again last night for his visit. It made us feel like we had a pretty fun time last night. Even Evan had fun, and he's a kid. Sharp grounder cut off at third by Wood over to first, and he got him by a step. Theo Wood makes the play, his second of the inning. 2 outs quickly for Cooper King, and he'll face Shane Miller, who was flied to center and reached on an error, picked up an RBI back in the fourth inning, his third of the season. Still looking for his first hit is the left-hand hitting third baseman out of Gilbert, Arizona, in the University of New Mexico. They are Lobos? Okay. That's high for a ball. Looks like Quincy Malbrough coming into the on-deck circle to bat for Chaz McNeilis. 1 ball, no strikes. That's right down the middle for a strike. Bringing in the 50-50, and they're bringing a Brinks truck in because they've sold a lot of tickets, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be like $1 million, easily $1 million. That's lined into left field, a base hit. A line drive off the bat of Miller. He's got his first hit as a Potter. It's a beauty down the left field line, and Quincy Malbrough will be our hitter. Chaz was 0 for 2 while he was in there. Here's Quincy Malbrough. So Quincy's up here with 2 outs and 1 on. Takes a strike. No, takes the ball inside. Quincy had 446 on the year, 18 runs batted in. He is out of Loomis, California, and Purdue University. Up here with a 1 ball, no strike count. It's it high in the air to left center field. There is room over there. And the catch is made in left field by Brady White. So the Potters get a base runner, but that's about it in the 6th. We'll go to the 7th. They trail it 4-1.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Top of the seventh, Darius Jenkins, the new pitcher for the Potters, trying to set a record for entering the game with the most different numbers on his back. He's 33 this time, and he'll be throwing to a new catcher. That is Ethan Johnson, wearing number 28, as he always does. So a new battery for the Potters, and Angel Mejia is the hitter out of Cal State Bakersfield. A walk, a fly out, and an RBI ground out for Angel. He is 0 for 2. As the 50-50 is trying to get it awarded to somebody. It's $690 is the winner's share. I mean, that's a big pot right there. They can't find anybody with the right ticket as Jenkins delivers. Line drive out into center field. Matson coming on. He will not get there, and Mejia has a base hit. So Angel gets the 5th hit for the A's tonight, and that'll bring up Brady White, the left fielder, who was struck out, grounded out, and walked. Hitting at .306 is Brady White out of Chico State University. Left-hander against left-hander. Darius Jenkins from Sac City. And again, no one wants to claim all the money, so let's get another ticket. Let's see if the A's, we're going to see a bunt here by White, but he lets it go, and it's down low. So good take by Brady White. 1 ball and no strikes. Jenkins, the 7th pitcher for the Potters. His next pitch is ball 2. So a good eye up there by Brady White. Took 2 close pitches, and they're both balls. Potters pitchers have only given up the 5 hits, but they have issued, they've issued 7 walks and hit 2 batters. That's no bunt there. He swings away and fouls it back. And the A's again with relief help as Cooper King was great. He must have reached 100 pitches in that last inning, though. So I would think that whether it be Moreno, who we saw earlier, or somebody else, that they would have a new hurler out there in the 7th inning. And the Potters probably could not be happier. So Jenkins taking a long time getting a sign from Johnson. They'll finally have to have a confab out there halfway, or a little bit more than halfway out to the mound, as Brady White will take the chance to confer with his third base coach and see what kind of signal they got going on here. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. They can't give away the $690, so Willie's going to have to get another ticket in circulation. You know, so many people walking around out here. Maybe they're just not paying attention. A lot of milling around. I love it. 2-1 coming up from Jenkins. White bunts at it, fouls it. I think maybe Brady missed a sign there when he swung away at 2-0, but maybe not. They put the bunt back on, and he fouls it at the plate. So it's 2-2 now, with Michael Gonzalez ready to come up after Brady. Two balls and 2 strikes. Mejia staying pretty close at first base against the left-hander Jenkins. 2-2 pitch. Outside with the slider, 3-2. Dylan Wood, then Austin Chang, then Aceto, McReynolds, Raddick, Edwards, and now Jenkins for the Potters. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's lifted foul down the left field line. It should get out of play, and it will on the grassy knoll, the other side of the grassy knoll. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pass ball down low, ball 4. 10th free pass issued by the Potters, be it the walk or the hit batter. And with nobody out and 2 on, it'll be Michael Gonzalez, who came on in the 3rd inning to take over Caleb Rico, and wish Caleb all the best. He injured himself swinging at the plate and was helped off the field, so hopefully he is going to be all right. Gonzalez flied out in the 5th and struck out in the 3rd, came on and took over the at-bat from Caleb Rico. It was a 2-ball, 2-strike count, and he struck out, so I don't know if that's charged to Rico or Gonzalez or what. That's outside as Gonzalez showed bunt, and Jenkins is outside with the fastball at 87. 1 ball and no strikes. Theo Wood scheduled next for the Athletics, who lead this one 4-1. Jenkins comes set. Gonzalez shows bunt. He doesn't bunt at it, and it's outside. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes on Michael Gonzalez. He's going to show bunt again. Let's see. And that is a strike. 2-1. I think he wanted to bunt a strike. I don't think he thought that was a strike. And he looks down at his third base coach to see if the play is still on as called previously, or if plans have changed here. As coming in from first is Dobson, Miller from third. Bunts it down the third base line. It's going to be a fair ball. Nice bunt. Miller guns it to first and throws it away. 1 run will score as it rolls down into right field, picked up by Marlboro, and their throw to the plate is not going to be in time. They're going to score 2. Let's see if it's a ground rule down the first base line. They're going to make him go back to third, perhaps. Let's see. Nope. So Miller picked it up, threw it down to first base. Now Eli Garcia, I think, is going to say that ball was a ground rule. So we're going to have Mejia's going to score. White will either score or end up at third. Gonzalez will end up at second. It's an error on the third baseman. It's also a sacrifice for Gonzalez. 1 run will score for sure. Let's see. And now the umpire, I think, is having the second runner, which is Brady White, come back out. Nice bunt by Gonzalez. Kind of deadened it right in front of Miller, and Shane had to really try to gun it to first base. Threw it wide of Brady Dobson. And now we're trying to hash out whether 1 run or 2 runs will score. So it'll either be 5 or 6-1 for the A's here when the dust settles. Let's go, ump. Let's get it going. Let's go make a decision, and let's move on. And we are making a decision, and we are moving Mr. White, it looks like, back to third. Umpire has had some words with the A's bench or A's dugout previously, and now he's having even more. But, I mean, it's cut and dried. It's a ground rule here at McBean Stadium where the ball went. So we still have nobody out in the inning. 1 run is scored. White is at third. First error for the Potters in the game tonight, and Johnson will talk with Darius Jenkins. And both coaches and everybody on the team is going to come and talk to the next hitter, Theo Wood. Theo out of Shepherd University comes up here with nobody out. And there's a timeout charge to the Fresno A's. As Willie reads another ticket out to try to get rid of that $690, which I have volunteered to take off their hands. Potter's not playing the infield in. Well, they are at first and not anywhere else. And that's a wild pitch back to the screen. Bounces back, though, as we said before. It tends to do that here at McBean, and quickly. 1 ball and no strikes on Theo Wood, who has grounded into a double play, struck out and grounded to third. So he is 0 for 3 in this one. Looks like they finally got a winner. Somebody is going to be a little bit richer in a couple of seconds. All right. Also back to the screen. Also comes right back to Ethan Johnson. Two balls and no strikes. Still nobody out here in the 7th. Elijah Garay is next, the catcher for Fresno. Misses outside with that one, so it's 3-0. That is ball 4. Second walk of the inning, loads the bases with nobody out. It brings up Elijah Garay, the catcher. Potter's hurriedly getting someone loose down in the bullpen. So Elijah has struck out twice and grounded to shortstop. Potter's still not playing the infield in with nobody out. Although, as we said, the corners are even with the bag at first and third with Miller and Dobson. Shows bunt. It's a breaking pitch and it's a strike. Oh and 1. Breaking ball misses 1-1. One ball, one strike. Here's Jenkins' pitch. Hit out into center field. Madsen will get it. It's tagging at third. Madsen with a gun to the plate, but it's not in time. And moving to third will be Gonzalez. So White scores on the sacrifice fly. RBI for Garay. 2 runs in the inning. It's now 6-1. And as we said, moving to third is Gonzalez, as the throw came all the way through to the home plate. Theo Wood is still over at first, and Scott Mitchell is our hitter. He's walked, he's popped out, he's singled. We do have one out here in the 7th. That's outside. Mitchell walked in the 2nd, popped out in the 4th, and then singled back in the 6th. Stole a couple of bases, but was stranded at third. That is outside. Two balls, no strikes. I can only hear a little bit, but the 50-50 sounds very convoluted. I think the person who won donated it back to the FC. I think. I'm not sure. It was a very long story. Bunts it, and that is going to score a run. They'll have to go to first. Covering is Carson Moore. It's a beautiful bunt by Mitchell. He'll get an RBI as Gonzalez scores. So with 2 outs, and now at second base is Theo Wood. So great play by Scott Mitchell, a perfect bunt, and Gonzalez came in to score. That's hit right back up the middle, into center field, a base hit. Here comes Wood around third, and the ball is bobbled in center field, and he will score an RBI single for Robbie Papel. So Papel continues his hot night. He gets a single to drive in a run. Makes it 8-1 in favor of the Athletics. It's the second hit of the inning. Papel has 2 hits and a pair of walks. And that'll bring up Ned Cheklich. Ned is interesting night. He's walked and scored, struck out, been hit by a pitch and scored, and then been hit by another pitch. And I don't think it's anything personal. Takes the slider and it's in there for a strike. So a single, a walk, an error, another walk, a sacrifice, and a squeeze play, and then a single. 4 runs across the plate for the A's. They now have 6 hits. Fastball, beautiful pitch in there for a strike at 88. 8th batter of the inning is Ned Cheklich. Grant Kinzel on deck in case Ned reaches. Outside, nice play by Ethan Johnson. Papel has a stolen base back. Actually, he has 2 stolen bases on the night. So a little bit surprised he hasn't taken off here. Popped up, but it's out of play. Jenkins took something off that went down to 74 and tried to get Cheklich off balance. He did to the point of a foul ball, but Ned stays alive. 1-2. So it is true the entire 690 was donated back to the club. At breaking balls in there, strike 3. But the A's score 4 in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Potter fans are stretching, a little concerned. They're down 8-1.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Potter's trailing this one 8-1. Joshua Moreno is the new pitcher for the Fresno Athletics. He is a right-hander out of Fresno Pacific. He will take over for Cooper King, who was tremendous tonight. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. He hit 1, walked 2, and struck out 7, and had the Potters hitters off balance all night. So here's Ethan Johnson for his first at bat, and he slices 1 foul down the left field line. Ethan was followed by Ryan Jackson and Mays Madsen for the Potters. Ethan out of San Jose, California, hitting at .325 with a home run and 7 runs batted in. Hits one well to right field. Moving back is Mitchell, and he will make the catch, running away from home plate for the first out. Johnson hit it well, but not well enough, as Mitchell is right there for the first out, and Ryan Jackson, the Potters left fielder tonight, who has struck out and had an infield single, will be the hitter. Out of El Cajon, California, Mr. Ryan Jackson and San Diego State University. Looks like Jackson Norton has come out on deck to bat for Mays Madsen. Check swing by Jackson is too low. Jackson does have a home run on the summer, 14 runs batted in. Moreno's pitch swung on and missed at 79. One ball and 1 strike on RJ. Great crowd out here tonight, over 1,100. Witnessing this one. Unfortunately, on the short end of the stick are the Potters, as the A's, behind King, lead this one 8-1. A's only have 6 hits on their own, but the Potters have issued 10 free passes. Actually make that 11 free passes. And that has hurt the cause a little bit. A couple of wild pitches mixed in. A couple of nice sacrifice bunts also by the A's have moved things along. Untimely throwing error on one of those bunts. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets away from the catcher. Garay's going to gun it down to first, and he's got him. So 2 outs quickly here in the 7th inning for the Potters, and that will bring up Jackson Norton, a young man from Sacramento, California, and St. Mary's College. Will come up here. Jackson is limited to opportunities lately, batting .353 with 2 home runs and 11 runs batted in, 11 runs scored as well. He is 12 for 34 on the season. So pretty good summer so far for Jackson Norton. He'll take outside for a ball, 1-0. Looks like Perrin Bland is getting ready to take over for Carson Moore. Perrin in the on-deck circle. One and 0 to Jackson Norton. Swing and miss, or fouled off. Back to the backstop, and Perrin Bland is again in action. He waves off the Fresno A's player. I think that's Cooper King, who's just doing everything tonight. Pitches 6 innings and then goes chases foul balls. Moreno taking his time, gets his sign. In there, call strike 2. 1-2 on Jackson Norton. Potters on the road. Right after this, they've got to go up and take on the Humboldt Crabs Saturday and Sunday, and that is going to be a crazy atmosphere up there in the North Country. Norton takes down in the dirt, blocked by Garay. 2-2. Fresno A's have the weekend off, according to Chris, the broadcaster, although they have to make the trip back to Fresno tonight, so that's going to be a late night for our friends from Fresno. But right now, it'll probably be a good trip, but they lead this one 8-1. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. So Moreno comes in and continues the tradition that King started. 1, 2, 3 with a couple of strikeouts. We'll go to the 8th. A's on top 8-1.
You are Laborers Rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Sorry about that, everybody. I was clearing the throat. New pitcher is Nick Polis out of Modesto Junior College. He delivers a inside fastball. We have some other changes. Perrin Bland's taken over at second for Carson Moore. At third, it's Luke Euler now for Shane Miller. In left field, Jackson Norton. Ryan Jackson moves to center field. And Malbro is over in right field. Still have Brady Dobson on first base, and our pitcher is Nick Polis, our 8th pitcher tonight. That's fouled off. Ethan Johnson taking that one off the old mask, and the umpire doing the right thing, going out and chatting with the new pitcher. Yeah, just to get acquainted and also to give Ethan a chance. As our hitter is Grant Kinzel, who's had a double and a single tonight. He's driven one in, he scored one. He is 2 for 4. Angel Mejia and Brady White will follow him against the new pitcher, Nick Polis. Swing and a miss. One down quickly here in the 8th inning, and Angel Mejia, the shortstop, comes to the plate. He's walked, fly to center, RBI ground out, and single. 1 for 3 RBI and a run scored for Angel. Seeing if the Potters are warming anybody else up. We've got to go for 9 pitchers in 9 innings. I mean, you got to do it. You got fans out here want to see 9 pitchers in 9 innings. That's what they came for. Hit sharply out to shortstop. Brennan whips it to first base, scooped up by Brady Dobson. So there's quickly 2 outs in the Nick Polis inning here. Mejia retired 6-3, and here is Brady White. Left fielder is struck out, grounded out, walked, and walked. He is 0 for 2, has scored a run. Came in at 306 with 9 RBIs. Left-hand hitting left fielder against Nick Polis. Fastball in there for a strike again. Next Tuesday and Wednesday, it's the California Tigers in town. That's the next home games for the Potters. Taco Tuesday on Tuesday, Wine and Wiener Wednesday the next night. So you got to be here to experience both of those. If you want to do them, back to back, that's up to you. That's kind of I'd go one of them and then the next week or something do the other one. But time is running out. I don't know how many more Wine and Wiener Wednesdays we have. Just 2 more after next week. And Tuesdays, I think we're no more Taco Tuesdays. That's the last Tuesday game. That is a strike. So you definitely want to get out here on Tuesday. This is the last Taco Tuesday. And they have been, I would say, incredibly successful. You run out of tacos in the 6th inning, it's a good deal. I mean, you could still get one of their burritos if you want to, as Max did today. He used both hands to lift it, so I think that says a lot about the burrito itself. 1-2 on Brady White. That's in the dirt. Scooped up, actually blocked by Ethan Johnson. So we'll do it again, this time at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On a fine evening, turn a little bit brisk out here, a little bit. Broke out the Potters, little coverall here. A little long sleeve action. Misses outside with the fastball at 91, and it goes to 3-2. White with a couple of walks, trying to get a third here. Well, I'm sure we'd prefer to get a base hit. I mean, come on. Breaking ball swung on and missed. So Polis impressive in his inning of work with a pair of strikeouts. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters still trailing this one 8-1.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey, everyone.
Perrin Bland will start us off in the bottom of the 8th against Joshua Moreno, who came on for Cooper King back in the 7th and went 1-2-3 with a pair of strikeouts. Bland making his first appearance at the plate of the evening. Takes a ball, 1-0. Carson Moore was 0 for 2 with a walk while he was in there. Bland swings and misses. pairing at .448 on the year, 3 home runs, and 22 runs batted in, 20 runs scored, and 11 stolen bases. That's all in 17 games for the young man out of Meridian, Mississippi. He's followed by Ty McGraw. Marino delivers, hit sharply, but just foul down the third baseline. Theo Wood down there kind of guarding against the double, so he was close to the line. But Bland now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Marino from Fresno Pacific University taking his time getting a sign. I think Bland will probably ask for time, and he does. I was going to ask for it for him. I was going to text the umpire. Hey, can I get time, please? This guy's taking too long. So we'll try it again. One and 2. Not as much milling around going on now as gets later in the game. People tend to stay in their spots. Fastball, call strike 3. So Marino gets his 3rd strikeout, 10th strikeout for the Athletics pitchers in this one. And he'll bring up Ty McGraw. McGraw tonight, a strikeout, fielder's choice. He scored a run eventually. That's the 1 run the Potters have scored, and he grounded to second. So he is 0 for 3. That one sails outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Ty came in with 2 home runs and 5 runs batted in. He's now 3 for 11 in limited action since returning to the ball club. I believe the first game was Tuesday against Healdsburg. Takes that one down low, and it's 2-0. Brady Dobson is on deck. That one is inside for 3-0. Three balls, no strikes to Ty McGraw. That one is in there, 3-1. Right at 85 from Marino. Cooper King with the first 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Walked 2, hit 1, struck out 7. Unofficially 110 pitches. Is that what the number I heard? Something like that. Over 100 pitches. McGraw takes inside. He'll get the base on balls. That'll bring up Brady Dobson. Brady has struck out, walked, and lined out to third base on a check swing. That was back in the 6th inning. He'll step up here with 1 out and 1 on in the bottom of inning number 8. The fastball's in there for a strike at 85 for Moreno. There is activity in the pen for the Athletics. Looks like another right-hander down there. Potters looks quiet. That's fouled off so quickly. Brady is down in the count 0-2. Comes to us from Lincoln High down in Stockton and attends Cal State Fullerton. So he's a Titan. He's a Trojan and he's a Titan. Now he's a Potter. And once you're a Potter, you're a Potter legend. You know. That also applies to some interns. Not all, but some. Just letting you know, Evan. In case you think there's no stakes out here. There's stakes, my friend. Dobson takes a little bit outside and high. 1-2. 2 in the first, 2 in the fifth, and 4 in the seventh for the Fresno A's. Potters with their lone run back in the fourth inning. Brady fouls that one off. Staying alive. 1-2. July 4th, of course, is a big fireworks night. And the only other fireworks night left in the season, as far as I can tell, is July 18th against the Medford Rogues. You might want to get there early. LincolnPotters.com. Get the tickets. Make sure you're going to be at the last fireworks display of the year. That's on the 18th against the Rogues. It'll be the second of a 2-game series against Medford. Again, that is July the 18th. Final home game scheduled for July 25th against the West Coast Kings. Throw over to first base, and McGraw's back. After the 2 games midweek, and we're into July. And the games come fast and furious, starting on after the first on the 4th. Brady pops it up. Second baseman Gonzalez has to come all the way into the mound and makes the catch. He's a sigh of relief, as that was a chore for Michael Gonzalez, but he stayed with it the whole time. And with Dobson popping out, he'll bring up Cash Brennan. Cash is struck out, singled, and grounded to third. Started off at 292. McGraw's still down at first base, but now 2 outs in the inning. Brennan takes it right down the middle at 87 from Moreno. 0-1. Oh and 1. 0-2. Potters with only 3 hits in this one. Brennan hits it sharply to right of shortstop. Diving play, gets up, throws to first, not in time. And now it's 4 hits as Brennan has his second. Great play by Mejia at shortstop, but once he went to his knees, went to the ground, with the Brennan speed, you figure it was going to be a tough play. He made it close at first, but the Potters now with runners at first and second and 2 outs. And here's Luke Euler making his first appearance at the plate tonight. Came on for Shane Miller, who was 1 for 3 and had an RBI while he was in there. Picked up his 3rd RBI, got his first hit of the season, so good job for Shane on that one. And here's Luke Euler. Swing and a miss by Luke. University of Nevada, Reno. 345 with a home run. He's driven in 13 and scored 19 this season. Stole 8 bases. So he's up here with a chance to do something here in the bottom of the 8th inning. To the plate, Moreno down low. Nice block by Garay behind the plate. Potters have only had more than 1 runner on base. This will be the 2nd time. Back in the 4th when they scored. And then this is it as far as having more than 1 runner on base in an inning. Euler takes outside. 2-1. Luke's followed by Quincy Malbrough, who hit for McNeilis back in the 6th inning. Two-1 to Euler. Out of Rockland. Sails a fastball, 3-1. 8-1 A's. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Mark the Phantom Low along with Evan the Engineer bringing it to you. Stones Broadcasting Network, Lincoln Potters Baseball on YouTube. Swing and a miss. Encouraged to see we've had some new subscribers to both of those channels, and urge you to do the same so you don't miss a game. We've got some really exciting action coming up for the rest of the summer season. 3-2 now on Luke Euler. Fouls it out of play. It stays at 3-2. Of course, why would it change? See, that's the kind of insightful commentary you'll get if you subscribe to these channels. So there's no lose for you. It's a win-win. You get the action, you get the commentary. Fastball, call, strike 3. Euler was already halfway, a quarter way down the first base line. He is out on strikes. That is the 4th strikeout for Joshua Moreno. The Padres don't score in the 8th. We're to the 9th. They trail it 8-1.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Top of inning number 9, A's 8, Potters 1. Nick Polis back out on the mound for the Potters, and he will face Michael Gonzalez, Theo Wood, and Elijah Garay. There's a strike. Gonzalez came on in the 3rd inning, struck out, fly to center, and then sacrificed. So he is 0 for 2. Took over for Caleb Rico, who again we hope is okay. He injured himself on a swing and had to be helped off the field. Gonzalez had to come in cold as that breaking ball gets back to the screen. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Polis struck out 2 in a 1-2-3-8 inning. The 8th pitcher for the Potters tonight. Fastball is fouled. Vicious line drive over toward the Potters dugout, but fortunately this time didn't hit anybody. So it's 1-2. We had a guy injure himself on a swing. We had a line drive into the dugout area that injured, or momentarily injured one of the Potters. I think he was okay. Fastball misses 2-2. 81 for Polis on that one. Look faster than that. Check the gun, Statwalker. I looked a little faster. That's fouled off the screen again by Michael Gonzalez. Comes to us from Cal State San Bernardino. And steps in against Nick Paulus out of Modesto Junior College, out of the Big 8 Conference. Slider is in the dirt. 3-2. Potters pitchers only have given up 6 hits in this game, but they have given up 11 free passes via the walk or hit batter. And the Potters have made also an error in that big 7th inning, the 4-run 7th. They mixed in their only error of the game. That's in the dirt. He loses in ball 4. So Theo Wood will be our hitter. Theo has hit into a double play, struck out, grounded out, and walked. He scored back in the 7th. He is the third baseman for the A's. Out of, wait a minute, oh, there it is, Shepherd University. Get to work on that one, Stout Walker. Wait a minute, no, that would be too obvious. Hit out to right field. Malbro makes the catch, thinks about throwing it to first, doesn't do so. So the Shepherd University Rams. Okay, I see it. I mean, they have a, okay, so they have a real, they have like the live mascot character. Well, he's got to have a name then. I don't think you'll call him Rammy. What's your name? What's your name, mascot? Elijah Gray is the hitter. Struck out twice, grounded out, and sacrifice fly to center field back in the 7th. So he has an RBI on the year. JC, okay, very good. Grounded down in the hole. That's going to get through, a base hit to left field. So Gray gets a base hit, his first of the game, the 7th for the Athletics, and it'll bring up Scott Mitchell. The number 9 hitter has walked, flied out, singled, and sacrificed. And picked up an RBI on that sacrifice because it was a squeeze play back in the 7th inning. So Scott's up here with runners at first and second, and just one out. And the pickoff play usually doesn't work when you throw it to the second baseman who's in position and not covering the bag. So we'll try that again with Mitchell. Fastball is a beautiful pitch at 89 from Nick Polis, and he's ahead in the count 0-1. That's in there, call strike 2. Oh, and 2 on Scott Mitchell. Out in right field tonight for the Fresno A's, who lead this one 8-1. We are in the 9th. Swing and a miss. Polis gets his 3rd strikeout. 2 outs, runners still at first and second, and now Robbie Papel, who has been a problem for the Potters tonight. A couple of walks, a couple of hits, and an RBI and 2 runs scored, or 1 run scored, and a couple of stolen bases. Out of Regis University in Denver, Colorado, they are the Rangers, the Regis Rangers. Polis delivers down low for a ball, 1-0. Potters in their half of the 9th will go with Quincy Malbro, then Ethan Johnson and Ryan Jackson, 7, 8, and 9. Fastball's too high, 2-0. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Up there at 89 again for Polis. He's ahead He's right in there at 2 balls and 1 strike. Gonzalez at second. Over at first, Elijah Garay. Two one coming up. 3-1. Ned Cheklich, the first baseman, waits on deck. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning. That's 13 issued by the Potters tonight. And Ned Cheklich will be the hitter. Ned has had an interesting night at the plate. He's walked, he's been hit by the pitch twice, and he struck out twice. So he's been on the plate 5 times, hasn't put the ball in play yet. But has scored a couple of times. So I don't know. I think he'd just like to put the ball in play. The bases are loaded, so obviously it's a big deal, and he takes outside. Ned out of Mid-America Christian University, the Evangels, or Ev Angels, as I like to call them. That's an odd mascot, I'll just say that. There's in there for a strike. Did their mascot look like an angel? Was it like an angel? Yeah, angelically inclined, perhaps? I just want to know what their merch would look like, you know. That is call strike 2. Now, if I'm going to start supporting Mid-America Christian University, or as I call it, Maku, I want to know what I'm getting when I send away for the hats. Oh, really? That's crazy. No way. That's nuts. Popped up. Might stay in the field of play. I'm doubting it. Nope. Right by Fat Cat. Probably nobody in line right now. Probably lucky. So Evan has a friend going to Mid-America Christian University. That's weird. I didn't know it existed. Where is it again? Oklahoma City. That's right. You show them. Well, it is Mid-America. Then I got to give them that. And they're Christian because they've got the Evangels or Ev Angels as their mascot. Big red M, you said, huh? I like that. I'll have to become a supporter. Swing and a miss, and he got him on strikes. Leaves the bases loaded, but the Potters come up in the bottom of the ninth with a tough job. They're down 8-1.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps us keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders.
Quincy Malbrough, the hitter for the Potters. And Joshua Moreno still out on the mound for the Fresno A's as Malbrough takes a ball. Came on in the 6th inning and flied to left. Chaz McNeilis was 0 for 2 while he was in there. Potters with just 4 hits in this ball game. Malbrough starts it off, and then Ethan Johnson, Ryan Jackson. It's a sharp grounder in the hole, left field base hit. So Quincy has his first hit. He has the Potters' 5th, and that will bring up Ethan Johnson, who came on for Belding in the 7th and flied to right. So Ethan is 0 for 1 so far tonight. Left-handed hitting catcher out of San Jose, California, University of Missouri. So Ethan steps in here. He does have a home run on the season. That is the 3rd hit, or 2nd hit given up by Joshua Moreno. Johnson takes a strike, 0-1. Potters in action again tomorrow. They're up in Humboldt to take on the Crabs tomorrow and Sunday. Down low, Aiden Diome has come out on deck to bat for Ryan Jackson. And then the Potters will take Monday off, come back here, start a 2-game set against the California Tigers. Johnson lines it into center field. It should stay up, and it does for Papel out in center field. So Johnson hit it right on the nose, but right to Papel in center field for the first down. Here's Aiden Diome coming up to hit for Ryan Jackson. He's out of West Park High in Roseville, headed to the University of Arizona. Stepping in against Joshua Moreno. That's hit high in the air, but foul down the right field line. It is over past the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill, and it will be 0-1. So the next time we are on the air will be on Tuesday, 6:35 first pitch. Taco Tuesday, so, you know, we'll be a couple of tacos in by the time you hear from us inside to Diome. Then on Wednesday, it's the wine and it's the wieners. We don't know if there's bacon-wrapped hot dogs. That is a cautionary tale. There's got to be. Fat Cat wouldn't do that to us, would they? That's their thing on Wine and Wiener Wednesdays? Okay, well, if you say so, that's the only day of the week that you'll go down there. I mean, well, actually, I've seen you go. That's not really true. Fouled out of play. But you're particularly excited about going down there on Wednesdays. It'd be nice if the wine and the wieners were served right next to each other. So you can, you know, make your pairing. Again, the pairing menu is critical for that. 2-2 on Aiden. Malbrough leading at first. Swing and a miss. 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Fifth strikeout for Moreno, 12 strikeout for A's pitchers. And here's Jackson Norton. Came on for Mays Madsen back in the 7th and went down swinging, so he is 0 for 1. Slow chopper out towards second. Gonzalez scoops it up, underhands to first, and that's your ball game. Give it up for a performance by the pitching staff, or at least by Cooper King and Joshua Moreno, as they went through 9 innings of Potters, allowed just 5 hits, and they struck out 12. They shut them down except for a run back in the 4th inning. So the Fresno A's, the final in this one, they win it 8-1 over the Potters. Potters lose their 3rd game of the season. They're back in action, as we said, this weekend when they go up to Humboldt to take on the Crabs on Saturday and on Sunday. We are back Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll take on the California Tigers. Join us and Tuesday at 6:35 for a nice Taco Tuesday. For Mark the Phantom Lowe, for Evan the Engineer, we say thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
Gotta keep them separated.